which ritual structure. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the like. Karen, hi. I hope you are doing well. I'm doing fine, Karen. Thank you so much for joining. I had entered another live, but I got a different message from YouTube that my life has been suspended for 48 hours. So yes, okay. So I really had to get out and get in once again to see where the problem was. But when I'm getting in, I'm just getting in inefficiently, so I don't know where the issue is. Yep. Otherwise, Carlin, how are you doing today? I don't know. I probably thought that when I'm out, it was not going to come in, so I'm glad to hear that you're fine. I probably thought that when I'll get in, it was not going to come back. But I just got out and then get in back once again. I don't know where the issue is. But for purpose of clarification, I have just asked them, maybe they can clarify if there is an issue. Yes, otherwise, how is your Monday and everyone else? Thank you so much, with a lot of love, guys, for joining. Thank you so much, with a lot of love, for joining, guys. Yeah. So I think, I don't know if this is their email. Yeah, my mother was good. What about you? Mine was also fine. Mine was also fine. Was super fine. Yeah. I think even their email is not going through. I think it has some technical issues on it. I think their platform has some technical issues, because he's sending me a series of emails, so I yeah, a lot of flu. I don't know if you guys you have got a lot of flu. Me, I'm having a very, yeah. I definitely will. Yeah, we are having a kind of an outbreak when it comes to the flu. I don't know. I am experiencing a very kind of a unique flu. During the day, I'm good, and during the time, Don't know. I'm getting a type of a flu that I cannot really understand. That is it, guys. Let me see. Let me join from my side. Let me join from my side and see what goes up. You have seen a doctor? Not yet. Not yet so far, not yet. You know, we are so much accustomed to passing via the chemist and you know, saying the problem that you are having, and then from there we can get the drugs. You know, we are so much accustomed to passing via. Oh, have you experienced some issues from your side? Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow I'm going to check on one so that maybe I can see how we can solve the issue, the flu issue. It's really, you know, keeping me very unstable. A lot of sneezing here now and then, which makes one to feel very, very uncomfortable. Yeah, I think because I think you are correct, because me have never seen their message. This was the first time I am just getting into. I just got into the live, and then a message pops up. Your live has been suspended for 48 hours. So, and then I just decided, let me get out of this live and then come back and see if the issue will be solved or the issue will persist. But unfortunately, I just came back, you know, without any kind of a suspension. So I don't know what is happening, you know, from their side. Yeah. Yeah, definitely I agree they must be having some issues. Itakuwa tu poa, usiwe na shaka. Thank you so much, Shalom. How is YouTube taking you lately? You know, today I saw that you are live, but unfortunately I was a little bit more, you know, more fixed, so I couldn't be able to join your live. How are your lives going on? How are your lives going on? Ah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Everything is getting on fine. So now I know we are having a lot of subscribers.
Yaje?
Yes.
Wana twin deep mattress.
Twin.
Deep mattress.
Sigo ndio
ya
zimebaki.
socket. Hii box ya socket hiyo.
Sigo ndio zimebaki. Sigo ndio ziko hizo hadi kesho. Yeah. Okay. My watch hours have really increased. Thanks for your advice. Very true. And mine are decreasing. Now that's the issue. Yours are increasing, mine are decreasing. Yeah. But you are really trying. I love the effort. Keep it up. Keep it up with time. I agree that they are going to take you. You cannot decrease. I'm decreasing. Imagine, I'm decreasing. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the same way you are saying that YouTube is having some issues. I don't know what is happening. For the last 2 days, the hours has been decreasing, and I expected them probably to be constant. They can stagnate, or maybe they can move forward. So I don't know what is happening. Maybe their software is, or their system, maybe it might be having some issues. Yeah, because it has been, they have been decreasing for the past 2 days. Okay, I told you they have issues, and they told me it will affect the views. I get it now. I think their system is having some issues. Yeah. Their system must be having some big issues. And the way we are trying so that we come live each and every day so that we can be able to meet the threshold of the 3,000 watch hours. We are trying each and every day to come live so that so that we can meet the threshold. So we hope for the best. Of course, we are hoping for the best. In the past, I used not to care much about my channel. Yeah, I know, but now when you start putting all this kind of an effort, you must now care a lot. And coming to life each and every day is such a complex issue. So sometimes maybe you are a little bit tired, sometimes you are busy, but the kind of energy that you are putting, it gives you the essence of automatically caring for your channel. I met people who encouraged me to care about it. Yeah, and I hope I am one of them. I hope I'm one of them. I really encourage you to, to work on your watch hours. And I love the way you are giving us, a lot of content, life-oriented content each and every day. That's it. That's so amazing. Thank you so much. I love the way you have really focused on, even creating on long videos. Of course, those ones are going to give you a lot of watch hours. And the videos are very easy to understand, to get your perspective. That's really amazing work. And I'm hoping even the other guys, like the guy we used to call Waithaka, I don't know where nowadays he has gone, but I think he has delved so much into making shorts. He hasn't really gotten the concept of creating videos and probably coming to life, because I think he has over 500 subscribers. So I have really encouraged him to do the same, but unfortunately I don't know what is happening on his side. But he is uploading a lot of shorts, and shorts is all about giving you subscribers, but now live give you the essence of watch hours. And the moment now you start understanding how the watch hours operate, now you start taking care of your channel, because it's really a big deal for you to keep on looking for more hours. Meeting new people who are doing what you do makes you learn a lot from them. Yeah, of course. Of course. When also I joined YouTube, there was this friend of mine who really used to come with YouTube studio, and he used to peruse, his YouTube studio, and I could see the watch hours, I could see, the subscribers that he had, and he really taught me about, the essence of creating watch hours. Then when I got the rhythm, then it was now time to go for the watch hours. Oh, that was so sad. I know, for you to navigate as an individual alone, probably you could be saying that I am having a channel, but I don't know where the channel is moving to. Yeah, I know, being alone, you might have felt a little bit isolated. I even didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I agree. Probably when you're alone, you might not really understand that this is how I should be looking for watch hours. This is how probably I'll be handling my life. This is how maybe I'll be, you know, this is maybe the kind of a content that I require maybe to gain more watch hours. I agree. I agree. But as we always say, each and every day is all about learning, 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 learning. I had just gotten a baby, so because I wasn't that busy, I decided to kill the channel. Oh, okay. So now you are like trying to nurture a baby, but now uh, you don't know what to do with the channel. But now you have really gotten the value of having the channel. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes, especially when maybe we have a lot of time, we just decide, oh, I need to do some content on this, on that, and in the process, maybe you just get yourself there, but in the process you don't understand. Then after doing this content, then what next? Yeah, but now I know. But now I know now you are so sharp when it comes to the issue of maybe handling your channel, the kind of content that you should put, and maybe what you're projecting on the future of your channel. Before the end of the year, you might be very, very far away. The only thing I have learned with YouTube is all about consistency. Consistency, consistency. I was like, let's see how it will help me in the next 5 years. Yeah, sometimes we just, we just say like that, and then in the process we just learn that maybe we are thinking about 5 years, but in the next 2 years that thing can work, and probably it can help us. So now I know you have downsized your vision from maybe 5 years to 2 years. So in the next 2 years now, you'll be now all over telling us this video, and this amount. This video has had a watch time of this, and it had this, something of sort. Probably in the next 2 years, things will be more better. Yeah, if you keep consistency this year, next year, you should be there. You should be there. You should be there. Definitely, you should be there. The kind of an effort that you're putting on the channel, uh, in the next 2 years, you should be there. Yeah, sometimes we project so far that we just forget that. And then I found myself idle again this year. And then after finding yourself idle this year, uh, let me say you came to more of other people's lives, and then in the process you just learned how YouTube now entirely works, and now you are in the process of ensuring that you are pushing your channel to the limit. It is such a good thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. But I rejected a job to focus on growing my channel. Wow, that's so amazing. That's so amazing. And definitely, if you keep working on it, I'm very sure it's going to be of great use in the next couple of years. Yeah, I have seen so many people who do you think I made the wrong decision? No, this one. Okay, I don't think it was a long decision because one, if you really love there are some people who have really made it on YouTube here in Kenya, and I agree that in the process of maybe working out on the channel, you might get even some more other opportunities. And I believe that in the next 10 years or in the next 5 years, the form will be online. That's where we are moving. And so, if you have really invested maybe on creating a channel, then it will be easier for you to navigate in the future. So you never made the wrong decision. The decision, according to me, was okay, because you have a goal at the end of the day. So I have also spent a lot of time trying to figure out on my channel what I can add, what I can remove, what I can do. You see all this kind of overthinking, and it all drains all your energy. Each and every time you are thinking that I don't want that channel to be dormant, so what should I do? And in the process you reject doing some other side things. Have you ever invested on YouTube? Of course I have. For each and every road trip that I go, I spend a lot of money on it. Like but I have a very good friend of mine. He's called Mr. Mindy. He is one of my best friends. He really pushed me to my limits working on this channel. He told me you have to work on your logo. From your logo you have to do this, from all that thing. And then from there he told me, now you need to be editing on your video, so let's go and look for a software. You see, you might someone might see as if it's such a very small amount of investment, but time wise, in terms of finances, I'm telling you, it really spends. I think and that's how you came up with the logo. Yes. He really pushed me to the limit. And he told me, you never know. Maybe the channel might be of use maybe in 10 years to come. And then I said, it's okay, let me invest on the logo. So from there, we designed the logo. We came with different forms of the logo. And then we harmonized on the final logo. Then from there, we have been arranging some road trips. For instance, last year but one we did a road trip to Naivasha, going all the way from Naivasha, having the boat ride. I have all uploaded those videos. That one, it all requires you to have some resources to do that. Then from there, last year now we did another road trip to Mombasa. Yeah, I agree. It might give you some money when you really need it. Yeah, but just as like we have said, you have to spend on it for it to give you some return in the future. Yeah, I fear spending. Why should you fear spending? At the end of the day, you want some returns. Why should you fear spending? And at the end of the day, you really want some returns. For your channel to grow, I always believe you have to do something. You have to do something, and in the process of doing those things, you just find yourself that maybe you are spending too much on it. I always love saving more than spending. That should be the concept, but sometimes just forces you to spend. So I don't know how now that one should be taken. Like how I have to invest on a better phone. Of course you'll have, because you want high quality videos. Yeah. You'll have to spend on it. And for you probably to have a better phone, mostly let's say you need like minimum of 15K and above. See, now you're going to spend a little bit. Yeah, you're going to spend a little bit. Like in the future, I'm focusing on spending probably to buy a better camera, and probably when you buy a better camera, it goes not as low as maybe 40 plus K, you see. And maybe in the near future, you are also going to focus on probably buying a drone, which also probably requires some heavy kind of an investment. So yeah, you'll have to spend. You'll have to spend. Like, okay. and in the future I have to check the content. Of course, you'll have to keep on adjusting with the content. For instance, supposing like maybe you see now we are okay, let's say supposing now like you have like 10k subscribers, so you don't expect to be given them the same type of a content, so you are going to elevate it. You are going to elevate it, you are going to do some adjustment here and there, and in the process you'll get that you are going to spend something out of it. Yeah. The friend that I'm telling you keeps on telling me that you see what you are doing now, you are doing it because you are less than 1k. Yeah, he is a strategist, so he keeps on telling me, you see now what you are doing, like now you are below 10, maybe 1k. When you start hitting 2, 3, 4k, you'll have to keep on adjusting on your content so that you can keep on growing. Otherwise you'll never grow if you keep doing the same thing, the same thing each and every time. The content is not really my thing, but you see now you want to grow, and you'll have to grow through the content. Yeah. So if you need to keep on growing, you'll keep on adjusting your content. Yeah, you'll keep on making some variations now and then, because you cannot expect, you'll not be giving us the same story when you are at 5k. The same stories that you are giving us now, you'll not be giving us the same story or in the same manner just like you are giving us now. You are going to make some adjustment in the future. So growth requires a lot of things, changes in a lot of things. So yeah, we must keep on focusing what we are going to do in the future. YouTube doesn't allow people to be more nasty. Yeah, I think it kind of remake the content that we keep on uploading on their platform, because we have some ethical standards. Yeah, and that's the reason why each and every time we are maybe probably uploading a video, it keeps on asking us, is the video maybe for kids? If it's not for kids, then you just upload. Yeah, and in the process of uploading, I think where we take it not for kids, it just limits maybe our content from maybe a certain age and above. But nasty, it all depends with how you define nasty, because I have seen a lot of maybe couples, online couples, trying to give us about their life, about their marriage, about all those stories. And then we have some nasty marriage counselors. They say things as they should be. They are so open in saying things as they should be said. So I don't know. You are remade for nasty. Yeah. I think the content that they really want to remit is like a content like the pornography and something of such type of materials, and maybe something that can really be mental damaging. There are some other content that they can be really mental damaging, especially maybe the content is all about crime. Yeah, very very nasty. That's the reason why I'm saying, when you talk about very very nasty, maybe you have some other definitions, but I'm telling you that any kind of a content that you'd love to talk about on YouTube, most of them are there. I have seen even some other guys, their content is all about maybe going out at night, talking to different girls about the issues of, marital issues, about the issues of sex, and some other kind of nasty stuff. And at the end of the day, you find the videos are going viral, because that's what most of the audiences want to listen to. So when you talk about the issue of nasty, I don't know, but I think you can, through YouTube, you can almost find out. We have each and every topic, you know, each and every topic be talked on that platform. Non-intimate nasty. Okay, if nasty is nasty is nasty is nasty, then maybe that's now where you come and you do some variation. Yeah, that's now the point that you need to, the friend that I keep on talking about, Mr. Mike, he keeps on telling me that we always have a cutoff for everything. For instance, let's say you are 30 years and maybe you have just reached your 40 years. There are some behaviors that, or there are some really issues that really mattered when you are on your 30s. But now, because you have entered another phase, you'll have to keep on, you'll have to keep on change, you'll have to change on almost everything, so that now you can fit to the next level. The same thing when it comes to the issue of content. I cannot, probably 5 or 6 years to come, I'll not much dwell on the Kenyan topic, on the Kenyan maybe kind of a travel. I really want to go. I really want to go maybe to another country, make some exploration, go to another one, so that the channel can keep on growing. Similarly, you'll have to do the same, because at the end of the day, all you need, it's all about, you keep on fine-tuning. you know if it's the issue of, maybe you talked about your, for instance, your topic, they are more of, you are talking about the really issues about maybe relationships and the issues about such, but now you are going to grow from this relationship maybe to being a counselor. You can become a marital counselor maybe on YouTube, because you really want to keep on captivating your audience. Now the matters if you have a family. That's where the counselor comes in. And we have some counselors who are doing such a really good job, and at the end of the day, their channels are growing each and every day. So I don't think there is a limitation for the content that you can do, in my own view. But it's all about making some variations here and there, so that at least you can fit and you can ensure that your audience keep on glued on your platform, because that is now where the secret is. If you are if your audience are glued on your platform, then it becomes easier for you to navigate and to move to the next level. But if you have a growing audience, at the end of the day, the audience probably have stagnated, then it gives you a warning sign. It's called a red sign, that you need to do some variations here and there. Yeah, so in terms of the content, you are going to do a lot of, variations here and there, so that you can fit and you can keep on getting your audience glued on your platform. that matter if you have a family. Of course, it will really do. It will really do if you have a family. But the good thing with YouTube, and one thing that I love, I don't want to get married because I know in future it will create problems. Okay, that's a good lens. But you see, even if you don't want to get married, you can always you can always keep on varying, or you keep on adjusting on your content. That's the good thing with YouTube. You can keep on adjusting on your marriage, because we don't want you to keep on talking about the single, being single always from January to December. It's not going to work in terms of the growth of your audience. So even if you are not in a relationship, you can focus on adjusting on your content. For instance, I have seen a lot of guys, very young guys, are more doing their content to village content. They are doing a lot of farming, others they are building in the village, and the content are really getting interested. So you get that the audience are really growing, and then others are just like farming, others are like livestock keeping, and I want to tell you, they are doing a great content. They are doing great content. Just from they just create something out of bruise, and they stick with it, and the content gets it gets well with the audience, and at the end of the day their channels are moving well. So you can always keep on varying your content. You can keep on making some variations here and there. Sometimes you just wanna be free and enjoy your life with someone who feels the same. Yeah, we always say you should be as free as an animal. Yes. Si una nini? Eh. Someone who is saying that that their vehicle battery is dying. Don't know if they have misused it or something of sort. So I'm giving him some prayers so that maybe he can just go, and maybe they can do some karabati, so that the vehicle can at least ignite. Karen, back to your story. I'm saying that we always say that you should be free as an animal, not with someone who just want to control you. Of course, for the issue of control, I also don't like it, because I believe that we should all have equal freedom. Not really equal freedom, but it's always good to give someone space. As long as they are doing the right thing, it's always important and noble to give them space, so that they can do what they love. Because I know there are some other nasty guys who really want to control the way you interact with the social media, the way what you do, blah blah blah. It can make someone sick. But if you are free, then it becomes easier. it becomes easier. But they are not with someone who just want to control you, of course. There are some guys who really want to control everything that you do. That one I would also want you not to get into that kind of a prey. Yeah, sometimes we should just be free, like we should be free just like animals. Or someone who just take all your money. That one, yes. Okay, okay. Yeah, I also don't don't like that kind of a behavior, because we all have some needs to meet. Even if someone is your woman, someone is your wife, financial freedom is so important because they have some issues to meet, and if you don't give them the space, then it becomes an issue. It becomes an issue, especially when they want to do some 1, 2, 3 things, but since you are not giving them the freedom, then it becomes a quarrel in the family. But I have known one secret with women. No, when women have money, they don't say they have money. I don't know why Colin and everyone else who has joined. I don't know why they keep quiet. But when you have money, they always say, I need this, I need that, you need this, you need that. Why do you sometimes do that? Why do you sometimes do that? Yeah, or borrow and you don't return. Now borrowing and you don't return, that one does not. That one should not be done. But on the other hand, I'm saying that women should also, have some lenience, to the boy child, because each and every day, they say they don't have money, and maybe she is working, and maybe all that you are working for, you just give unto them, and then you are left like, wow, what should I do? Why is that so? And you get, most of these women are investing in charmers. You know the charmers, you know already maybe can get even maybe an investment like 50K, and when maybe probably Karen, you borrow her like 5K, it is such a big deal. But each and every time she is telling you, oh, I need this, you provide, I need that, you provide, I need this, you provide. Why is that so? Why is that so? And you see the same way you are saying, or you borrow and you don't return. Let me tell you, most of the, for instance, your wife can tell you, I need this kind of an amount, but when she borrows, she can say, maybe give me a loan of 10K. Probably, let's assume she's saying, give me a loan of 10K. I have 1, 2, 3 things that I want to sort out, and then she'll never return. She will never return. She's going to give you 100 + 1 excuses why the money can never be returned. So it depends on how you behave with your woman. You never provide for her. Don't expect her to. No, even if you provide, that's a sickness. That is a sickness that is there with most of the women. okay, if you are my husband and you provide, I'll not loan you, I'll just give you. The others, even if you give them, they will just say that what you have given them was not enough, and then you give them some loan, and then they'll never, what can I say? They'll never return. Yeah, you don't know about that issue, but that issue is there. Maybe I don't, but that issue I can tell you for a fact the issue is there. Yeah, but the others who are very free, they'll tell you that I have 50k. How can we manage it? I just got maybe 100k from the chama. So what can we buy with this? The others were like that. The others who are like that. Yeah, so when you talk about the issue of money, I think this one is a very, very critical issue. I'm talking about a lazy person sitting at home and now, now that lazy person should never be tolerated. Yeah, but I have come to realize that most men probably are lazy because they are tolerated by their women to do so. Supposing okay, there are some men, I don't know what happens to them. Maybe a man was very, very hardworking when she was meeting her wife, and then probably, the wife, she works in a better, she is in a better position, and she probably work, and then I don't know what comes to the mind of this man, especially when they get started, when they start maybe sipping some drinks here and there. I don't know, their level, their energy level. Let's say their energy levels are like this height, but when they start now taking some drinks, the energy level starts dropping. So if that man was really self-employed or maybe employed, so and they know that their wife, maybe she is employed and maybe she is earning better, you get that they are so preoccupied by what they are getting from their wife in terms of financial resources. So you get these men at the end of the day, most of them, they just focus on that salary that is coming from their wife, and most of them, they just want to be, spenders. Each and every time, each and every weekend, they are there, they are here, they are here, drinking, enjoying, such kind of a lifestyle. And at the end of the day, they just end up like being lazy. Now they reach to a certain comfort zone. Let's assume maybe they have built their house and maybe they are even in their own compound. So you are going to get that this man he has just gotten so lazy. He just want to sleep, and he want the wife to go to the job, and then the wife comes with the salary, and then the man micromanages this salary. I don't know what happens with that type of a man, but initially they were very focused. I don't know what's the relationship. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me the relationship between maybe the kind of alcohol that men are taking nowadays, maybe with their energy level, because the energy level, I think it keep on dropping each and every day. The more they drink, the more they become lazier. The more they drink, the more until now they are totally, they are totally accustomed to drinking. And the moment they are customized to drinking, now their level of ile kujituma, it just drops down, and they just now want to sit at a comfort zone. You as the wife, you go to the job, you come with the resources, then we spend the resources, and then we call it life. I don't know, but I have seen a lot of such case scenarios, so many of them. And the woman has to rate it. Of course they do, because you just realize that maybe the couple has like 4 kids. Maybe let's assume that maybe 2 kids, maybe they are finishing the university or they in the university, and the other 2 kids, the wife is going to the job, and the wife probably she has some resources here and there. And when they are young, when they were young, the man had put a lot of effort looking some resources here and there. So now it's time for the wife to go to the job, and look for something until maybe she retires. Then she comes back home, and they call it a day, because at the end of the day, now this man thinks that everything is just working perfectly. So yeah, I have seen such type of families. Such type of families are there. Such type of men are there. And then the marriage is the most hardest job. Yeah, of course. When you reach at that point, especially where now you are the ready and you have to do everything, you have to, and especially when men get into alcohol, it really becomes an issue with how they manage their marital affairs. Because maybe probably the man, let's assume that the man is like 50 years ago, 50 years in terms of age, and then the man is going to the job, and the man is not going to the job, the man is just drinking. And then the wife now has to cater for maybe for the rent, probably for the rent. Maybe they have a vehicle that maybe they had bought when the man was working. So you'll get that the vehicle is fueled by by the woman through the woman's salary. And probably you get that they have some kids who are still at school. So the mother, each and every day has to go to the job, so that maybe she can sustain the education. And the worst part of it, especially when men are at their prime, maybe 50s, 60s, and they have adopted this issue of this habit of drinking. Most of them get like lifestyle diseases like mostly pressure, you know, we call it BP, yeah, BP, and maybe some sugar related diseases, such as hypertension. So it's now the work of the woman to ensure that the man, goes to the hospital, the medication is taken care of. She has to cater for some bills here and there. Yeah, the river cirrhosis is obvious. That one is obvious, especially because now they are their prime of drinking. They just want to enjoy life. They just want to enjoy life. Yeah, they have a lot of kidney issues, and at the end of the day, it's now the wife. It's the role of the wife, yeah, to ensure that the man is okay. All the amount required for hospital bills, it's always catered for by the wife. So you get the wife at the end of the day, she is burdened with a lot of issues. She is burdened with a lot of marital issues, which is not a good thing, which is such a bad thing. This is personal, but yeah, you can ask. You can ask. You ask. You can ask. So me, I have never, I have never, I'm always real when it comes to these issues. I have never drunk, and I have never even imagined going to a club sitting, or sitting throughout like I'm asking for something to drink. Why should I drink? Okay, for my enjoyment, uh, let me have let me just go like an outing. Let me have the best food that I have not eaten, maybe from my family or from my house. And from no, I can't, and I don't like it. Yeah. And the high school that I was, people used to drink, but I never drank, and I never smoked. I always thank God for those two things. I never, 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 never. Like, if we can do my blood test, it can really show this man has been, tried in life in terms of drinking and maybe taking some puff. I have never liked that. Yeah, even the Muratina one, our traditional one, I don't like it. It's called Muratina. Muratina. Yeah, Muratina. Umu Muscab, hi too. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. How are you? How are you? Thank you. Contrast of the variety. So this one should be 3. The togetherness. I drank once and it costed me a lot. Oh. Now that one is now the cost of drinking. You know you are not sober, and you are out of your mind. So I agree. I agree. It can really cost you. It can really cost you. Hi Umu. Okay, Umu. Kalen is saying hi. How are you doing, Umu? Let us know where you are joining from, and we appreciate with a lot of love. With a lot of love. Ko sawa?
Hii gari hiyo belt imekufa, anabadilishiwa tu. Amejamsaidia na mtu mwingine hapo.
Imepiga after imejamstatiwa. Sasa sinimwambia aweke hiyo risiti vizuri.
Ana kutafuta sasa. Kama akikosa ni mwingine tu.
Ni sawa. Okay. I was too stupid to drink all night. Oh my God. I know. But I think it was all about peer pressure. Painting control, movement and living. Yeah, I know. And sometimes, especially maybe when you have taken something and then you just realize it has messed you up, you just feel, "Oh, why did I do such?" You know. Me, if there is one thing that can really hurt my feelings, it's regrets in life. Oh, it was not about peer pressure. Okay, so you had really made that choice. Today I want to taste this thing and feel how it how it feels to be steamy. They say it's steamy. Or when one is high, I just want to feel when one is high. Scale and proportion. No, it's someone I knew decided to take me there. Oh, that someone now said that probably you needed something. Or what happened? Give us the story. Give us the real. We call it the real tea. You we call it the real tea when one is giving us the story. You just say it as it was. Yeah, we call it the real tea. So you took Muratina. No, I'm saying Lil T is one is given the story in a lengthy manner. You even give us the fine details about what really happened during that day. That's what we call the Lil T. The purity. We wanted to have memories together. Then what happened? So he took you to the club, or she took you to the club. Let me just try to derive some really nice information from your story. It looks so interesting, Karen. So in the process of having the memory, And those days I used to lie a lot. I lied to him. I always drink. Okay. So this was the first time. So this was the first time probably you went out with him in a club and you told him that you take something. The basic elements. Line shape, form change. Yeah, it was the first time and I remember he was younger than me. Line. It was the first time and I remember he was younger than me. And this day you had told him that you always take some, one for the road. Let me call it one for the road. Hi, blessed man Waithaka. How are you today? Thank you so much. Good work you are doing. Each and every day we are seeing a lot of short videos. Thank you so much. But we need some long videos. We need some long videos. Long videos. So Karen, you blacked, you just saw some darkness. You just saw some darkness when you just took half of the grass. Not longer shorts, but videos. Now you don't upload them as shorts. You upload them as videos, so that now you can start getting your watch time hours. Because you really need to get some watch time hours. For subscribers, I know you have made a lot of shorts and you have really gotten so many subscribers. But now you should also focus on maybe creating your profile when it comes to the issue of maybe watch time, because watch time is so important. Oh, and I ended up sleeping in the hostel. Now I can get the full story. Oh, that was so tricky. That was so. That was so. That was so funny. But you see, now the mistake was yours because you had said that you had just told him that you take something at the end of the day. I ended up vomiting a lot that I didn't attend the morning classes. Oh, so it was courage life. This was courage life. So you ended up missing some classes. Because I can I can understand probably the following morning you just woke up with a lot of hangovers here and there, and you couldn't believe that you took something that you didn't know how it tasted. Yeah, and my stupid friends were telling me I should date him. That was so tricky. Maybe they had seen some kind of a chemistry between both of you, but you see, in the first place, you had already lied to him. That was the reason why probably he took you out to get some drinks. College life is always tricky. It's always tricky. Yeah, I recall also we had a girl who used to drink in our class. Yeah, and therefore, she was my best friend. She was my best friend, and each and every Monday, she could drink like on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so she never used to attend Monday and Tuesday's classes, and therefore she could each and every time. In fact, she was a Maasai. That's the first time I realized even Maasai is okay, we understand nothing intimate happened. So she was a Maasai, and she used to be, she was very outgoing. She could drink on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then she used to miss Monday lectures, Tuesday lectures. And she always used to call me because she knew I was very friendly, and she would always ask me, uh, when did this lecturer say that we are going to have the cut? Then I could tell her the date. And when the date comes for the cut, she could tell me, hizi vitu sijaiva. The language that we use back in college, hizi vitu sijaiva. So I'm going to stay close to you so that if I'm able to peep, then I can peep on what you have. And by God's grace, she graduated. I was so amazed that she graduated. So at times, people just get them, into those nasty things. But let me just say by luck. By luck, some of them they just get what they got, and they are so happy at the end of the day. Even today, she always calls me, and she always reminds me of those, during those days. And she would always say, I recall those days in KU when I used to drink, never used to attend the lectures, cards zinafika sijaiva, and cards were so tricky. If you fail the first card and you fail the second card, the highest probabilities that you are going to get a retake on that course. So it used to be a very, very tricky situation. But she was very wise in such a way that maybe let's say tomorrow we are having a cut, she could attend. Even though let's say the cut is on Wednesday, that Tuesday she could just say today I'm not going to drink, I'm coming for that group discussion. Then after we do the discussion, then we see what is going to happen. Na vile nilikuwa nimejichuga kiu, don't mind. Some things that just happen, and it's a phase of life. Each and every day is all about learning. Maybe it was a time to tell you that you'll have to taste it once, then you just feel it's not your being, and then from there now you just say this is my ex. Eh, poa. Yeah, sometimes some things just happen to teach us a lesson. So maybe Karen, that's what that was your way. Thank God I remained pure, though he never talked to me again after I refused going out again. Oh, yeah, maybe probably Yeah, but you made the right decision, because there are some friends who just want to, to keep on insisting on something. Let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. And the good thing is that you had now the worst experience, and you just said, oh, I don't want this one again. Yeah. Remaining pure was one of the instrumental things that you did. Oh, he was so cute. Yeah, I understand. Mostly you get these cute guys, these beautiful ladies. Those are the ones maybe who probably enjoy such type of things. But cute guys are a turn off. Why are they turn off, Carly? Why are they turn off? Why are they turn off? Did you have a bad experience with a cute guy? Did you have a bad experience with a cute guy? Why are they a cute? Why are they a turn off? Because I have had very bad experience. Oh, okay. For experience, I always say, if one has experienced maybe something negative about certain kind of individuals, and now that one I cannot dispute. Now, because the others who have really had some good time, maybe with these cute guys, like they can date all your sisters. Okay, there are those kind of guys who really want to, you really want to show you that they are the men, and you know, they really want to, let me see, is it kind of downgrade you? Yeah, they really want to downgrade you, so that anytime they want maybe a favor from you, you just accept without without any kind of hesitation, because at the end of the day, they really, they use their beauty, let me just say, they use their beauty in terms of manipulating you. Eh, yeah. There are those who don't, but also there are some cute guys who really have manners. That was like they can date all your sisters. That one was my sister's man. Oh, now that one, now you and going to that extent, that means now they have like what can I say? That's lack of manners. But for cute guys, and he always wanted me to. You see, now that's the problem. Now that's the problem. Because we have some other nasty guys who really want to have everything allowed themselves, you know. And it's always good to have some limits. You keep some, we call them some limits. You keep some limits. You understand that this is maybe your sister's fiance, so that territory you should not go to it. You always know that this one is, you treat people differently. But I agree, Colin, as you have said, there are some guys, because maybe of their cuteness, there are some ladies because of their beauty, they just want to manipulate men. And I don't think such type of, can you taste? It's always not good to do so, because at the end of the day, you have to keep on, keeping the boundaries and keeping the limits. One thing that I always appreciate when it comes to the issue of, being a good person, it's not all about being a good person, but it's all about the issue of ethics. One thing that I value most in life is all about ethics. It's all about keeping limits on how I interact with people, on how I treat other people, on understanding people, and putting some measures to ensure that I don't hurt them, they don't hurt me, and I'm good to go. So even if I'm married maybe to your sister and you are more beautiful than your sister, I'll still stick with your sister because that was my first choice. And I don't believe that maybe love should be shared. But the kind of the generation that we are having some. So that one was not interested about, and there are these kind of jokers, these kind of guys who tend to joke with life to an extent that each and every time they want to joke with you, they want to joke with your sister, they want to joke with your cousins. Very negative, very negative thing. I heard of, we have a celeb here in Kenya who really, had some issues with her girlfriend, and I heard, I just read from the blogs, and I heard that the girlfriend cheated on the guy hadi nilimdanganya anilipie fare. Yeah, there are some people who can mess you, and maybe conceptualize this kind of a situation whereby maybe you are having an affair with your husband, with your sister's husband. You see, at the end of the day, you are going to create this kind of a rift and a conflict within your family. So it's always good to to keep the boundaries, but for guys of such type of characters, I don't think their marriage can last for long. They just want to play with your feelings, they just want to play with your sister, and then they can extend to your cousin. And I was coming to this issue, I read from the blog that there was this kind of a guy who had a really issue with the girlfriend, and at the end of the day, the girlfriend cheated, and then the guy just went and cheated with the girl. Then he extended to the cousins, and in the process, the girlfriend, or the baby mama, going through the phone, he realized that the guy has been he cheated with the sister, he also cheated with the cousins, and in the process, the girl became furious, and she created a WhatsApp group and added everyone who that guy cheated with, and then now they started having a discussion, why should you, and it was so embarrassing. So they had really to separate. But you see, and in the future, they are all going to blame each other. They are all going to blame each other. Why did you cheat on me? Why is he a genius? Yeah? Eh, that girl is a genius. No, I think she was hurt. She was hurt. Toko. Where? Why was he genius? But you see, the girl also created a lot of conflict. If she can create a WhatsApp group, or yeah, she created the WhatsApp group and then added everyone there. So a lot of conflict, a lot of conflict. Yeah, of course, of course. The entire family relationship is broken, even the cousins. And they were all ashamed. How could we cheat with this man? Okay, the guy is a celeb. I don't know also what's wrong with these celebs. Because you want to cheat with everyone else, then after that, then what next? That was now the mistake. Yeah, I can see that in future their relationship will be messy. Each and every time they will be messy. They always be reminding themselves. But I heard that this celeb really wanted to to punish this girl for cheating, for having cheated on him. Oh, yeah, she shared. So, and then the worst thing, according to what I heard from the sources, you know, the girl even uploaded some of the pictures. This man also was a little bit crazy because he could take a picture, maybe having a good time with the cousin, and instead of deleting the picture, he still retained it in the phone. So when this girl added them in the WhatsApp group, now that's the issue. Then when they now ready added them, created the group, he even added those pictures. Even added those pictures. It was there on blogs, and it was so shameful. For the ladies, like the entire clan. Imagine the entire clan sharing the same man. It was so shameful. So that's the reason why we always say that at times it's always good to put these limits. And even if the relationship is not working, I always believe, even me, I could do the worse than that. But you see, at the end of the day, you'll be hurting each other's feeling. Now that one will be more worse and so dangerous. Like in that case, what can you do? Supposing you are part of that case, what can you do? What could you have done, supposing you are also part of that case? It's just better to walk away and go heal. Yeah, that should be the way. That should be the way. But what I think about this lady, probably she wanted to damage the entire relationship in such a way that, yes, okay, okay. Maybe she wanted to ensure that once she leaves the relationship, she wanted to give a signal to others. I know even you are part of this relationship. You never wanted me to maybe to have the best of this relationship, and that's the reason why you went behind my back. So I really want to inform you so that don't enter into that relationship thinking that I didn't know what you did with this man. I think she she really wanted to she really wanted I the other like most of these celebs, mostly most of them, they really want to, what can I say, they really want to ensure that you feel the pain, and in the process of trying to punish you, they can date with your cousin, they can date maybe even with your aunt. Let's say maybe you're the same age with your aunt, something of such. So I think to some extent the girl was right, just creating the WhatsApp group and trying to educate each other and telling them, hey, we are all, all of us, we have been here. So let's know and think that maybe you can get back with this man, or you can come after me after I have left him. Because, okay, maybe she was wrong. Maybe she was wrong. But I think the girl really wanted also to expose, the extent to which some of these so-called celebs, can overdo things to ensure that they really hurt your feelings. So sometimes is, but the best option, as you said before, it was all about, getting out of that relationship. She could have left without dramas. Yeah. Because in the first place, I think she also cheated this man, and therefore the easiest way was just to leave without even questioning. Yeah, that was one of the best way that she could have managed her anger. But when it comes to the issue of relationship with these celebs, some of them, they can really mess you up. Some of them, they can really mess you up in the name of creating a relationship. That one is so dangerous. That one is so dangerous. But at least, I also think she enlightened more ladies that, a celeb can do anything just to show you that maybe he is above you, or maybe he has a more better chance to get anything that he or she wants in the society. Because celebs, I don't know what's wrong with most of these celebs. Each and every day they are causing a lot of commotions on social media about their families, about how they are handling their wives, about what, about politics, they are everywhere. So I don't know. This kind of, let me just call it a spirit. This kind of a spirit with most celebs, I think it's a bad spirit. I always think it's a bad spirit, because most of them keep on, creating issues each and every morning. You just wake up. If someone can't respect you, just walk away without losing your self-esteem. Very true, very true. Because you see, at the end of the day, like that lady, uh, you know, now anytime, yeah, I think most of them are living fake life, a lot of fake life. Because probably you think you are a celeb because you have a song, but the way you are musicing other people, oh my god, it's just like hell. Other celeb, maybe they are just like content creators, but the way maybe they are handling life, you just say, wow, that life is not a desirable life. Yeah, I think on the issue of self-esteem, the girl have really lost self-esteem, especially, now it will be hard for her to meet with the sister and discuss about maybe, their husband, or it will be so shameful. And also cousins were also involved. So also for that man, I think he really did what most should not do, because there is no way you can even look for cousin's number, and you just need to, with the name of hurting someone's feeling. I think it was so long, very very long. It was so long. I think the best approach that he could have left is just realize that the wife had cheated, and then from there, he moved on. Imagine how yeah. I think even if the mother saw that such type of a story, then it will be so shameful. And not even the mother. Now the girl had already become a celeb, and I think she is still a celeb. So it will be so hard for her also to go back to the village. We even though we are living in the city, we always have some source. So it will also be so shameful going back to the village. And nowadays everywhere people are enlightened. Social media is the order of the day, and so they are reading these stories right, left, center. And then you just go to the village, and then you just hear such type of stories. I think they can be so demotivating. You see that family, it's kind of a caste family. Did you hear about this and that? I think that one. And once you come into the limelight, everyone maybe from your village just want to get associated with you. When she even tried to say something, people are giving. Now that's the thing. One can feel so ashamed. I think it's always good to always act with a second thought, because most of the time we are trying to catch up with life. We are trying, to live different kind of lifestyle. But at the end of the day, most of the people, most of the times, we don't even think about our reputation in the future. Because I'm very sure, because she had a son, alafu aseme sasa kitu ya kupigania, that will be the order of the day. Imagine. And then you see the end of the day, the girl, I think they had a son with this guy. And so this now the son, one day, one time, he's going to ask about his father. What happened? How did they separate? What really happened? And then the guy or that boy will be given the full history of what happened. It's really a shame. So it's always good to protect our image. At times it's always good to protect our image, even though maybe at times people are maybe out there. Yeah, he definitely, we are always told that what we do on social media, the media does not forget. That's the worst thing. And accepted that challenge because sometimes you can see some politicians, our politicians, especially the African politician and mostly our Kenyan politician, making a lot of good deals and good promises, via the social media. And they say, maybe when I get into power, when I do this, I'll be good. But now when it comes to the real thing and you show them those clips, oh, they will say, it was like this, but this stage it went this way, you did this. A lot of stories, a lot of stories. But the good thing is always, to always have some limits. Because sometimes we are overdoing things to an extent that we just want to be seen that we are there, but in that sense, maybe we are tarnishing our reputation, which is very, very critical. So I think the girl could have a little bit protected the husband, because you never know. Maybe at some point in life, maybe the girl could have decided, I really want to go back. I really want to come back. And probably the man will have changed. And then, hata mimi nimeanza overdo. What are you overdoing, Karen? What are you overdoing? No, you can overdo her, but if you do it with some limits, then I'm good. You are good to go. You are good to go. But it's always positive to, to protect your image. Image is so important. Image is so important. Because we never know. Tomorrow, Karen, you might want to, become the next MCA in your village. And the first place these guys will track you is via your social media and say, oh, this is Karen, yeah, let's go to her social media, let's, or even if it's not being a politician, an opportunity. Some stories I give people think I'm talking about myself. Yeah, I agree. Maybe probably because you put them in the first, we call it first, what should I, is it first tense or something of such? Because we have second, the first person, yeah, the first person noun. So if you put it in the first person noun, then probably someone might say, Carlen, this is her life. These are some of the things that she has seen. This is some things that, maybe you can focus on putting them at the third person. The third person is a little bit, more easier for people to understand that you are generally talking about what is happening in our society. So we should always strive to at least protect our our image. For instance, I am aspiring maybe 5 years or 7 years to come. I want to be part of the leadership, transformative leadership. Too bad, but yeah, I agree. Sometimes we just give some this kind of stories just to to keep us going, but mostly it's not about our real stories. Yeah, so sometimes it's always good to protect our image. Okay, even though we fail. Nico, hi too, thank you for joining. I think, Nico, this is your first time you're joining. But sometimes, okay, I love it, especially sometimes we just talk as a way of being free. Even the Bible say, talk and you'll be free indeed. So probably some stories are there, and it's good to talk them, because if you feel relieved, then that is it. Because at the end of the day, we want to have a society free of stress. Yes, Nico, hi too. How are you doing today? Nico? Yeah. So some of the stories we tell it, reflecting on how maybe our past have been, but the most important thing is all about being firm, being firm, and we keep on moving on. Oh, guys, it has been straight 2 hours, 2 good hours, and thank you so much, Carlin, again with a lot of love. Thank you so much, Carlin, for always, putting up with conversations and always keeping on driving these conversations. Let me say, address conversations. Did you watch I Survive Our Disgusting Fred? That story was true. I saw that story, and though I didn't comment, it was a little bit touching, at a personal level. uh, you know Listening to the entire story, yeah, I must say that the story was touching. It was such a horrible experience, but you see, at some point you just say that he was your guy, so that was it. And there is another story that I saw today that you uploaded, and I must watch it tomorrow so that when I come back live, then I'll be able to. Yeah, it was very horrible. But I always thank God because sometimes people undergo horrible things, but at the end of the day, through God's grace, they just navigate. And my first kiss. I think that's what I saw today. Is it a real story or is it a fiction one? Yeah, I just saw the title, My First Kiss. I don't know if it's really a true story or maybe it's a fiction one. Well, first of all, I should go and watch it. Then tomorrow you just come and you tell me if it's a real story or a fiction one. Yeah, you are a real story. Okay. That one I'll be so interested to watching it. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. The first thing tomorrow in the morning, and then from there I'm going to come and give you my a little bit of analysis of what I just saw from the story. I think that one will be more good. That one will be more good. Yeah, because I really want to understand how you felt emotionally. Uh, yeah, mostly emotionally, and the kind of connectedness, you know, uh, having your first experience. Yeah, it must be really a fascinating story that one would love to hear. So, guys, sorry for that. So, guys, I really want to say thank you. It has been straight 2 good hours, and I really want to say thank you with a lot of love as usual. And I really want to call this life off. And Carlin's sweet stories always keeps me focused on talking. Carlin, thank you so much for always keeping the conversation going on. And let me go and watch the story. Then tomorrow I'm going to give you the full analysis. So, guys, I really want to wish you the best of the night. Let's meet tomorrow, and I pray my God may protect you until we meet tomorrow. As always, guys, I'm so grateful, and let's keep supporting each other by subscribing, by watching each other's videos. For instance, if you haven't watched Carl First Kiss, that should be a fascinating story that you should watch. Let's support her. Let's keep on supporting each other. And guys, let's do this tomorrow. Once again, as always, I'm so grateful, and may God bless you all. Thank you.